Okay, so David, SafeCharge is a payment system, Israeli-based. Who's your audience? Who are you trying to reach, and how do you grow that audience?
Hi, hello everyone. We are a global payment technology company.
Yes.
So,
is your microphone here? Oh. Yeah. There we go.
So global payment technology company, and what we are trying to do in a very simple way, we enable businesses to accept payments from consumers, whether if it's from websites, from a mobile, or in-store. So today, our technology is provided to diverse of e-commerce industry, from retail to travel to airline, digital goods. And we also have a solution for this audience, for startups, which I will explain later.
Right. Yeah, I was going to ask about that because you have some pretty big brands as clients, airlines and the like, but this is an audience of startups, so I'd like them to know that they can afford to implement your service. So John, I want to ask Dave, why are payments, how do they fuel growth? I mean, there seems to be a non sequitur for me, you know?
Yeah, well, I think that payment is a key element in any business. Companies like startups or big companies can invest lots of money in marketing and bringing consumers to the websites, but if the payment is failed, there is no sale. So basically, all your efforts has been done in vain. So what we are trying to do, basically, we want to make it very simple, seamless to the customers. Let me give you an idea. China is a big market. If you will not support in the checkout page WeChat Pay, you're probably losing 50% of the market. Another example, we are here.
Wait, does everyone know what WeChat Pay is in China? So they don't work with our payment systems in China or throughout Asia. They have their own way. They don't trust banks, I don't think. You know?
Let me give you an example from here. You know, Portugal market. If we will not support Multibanco, which is the local scheme here in Portugal, you're probably losing 80% of the market. So there is no point to bring consumer to a checkout page without supporting the local payment method.
Right.
So what we are doing in SafeCharge, we are trying to let the consumers feel that they are buying locally. In languages, we support all type of languages, in currencies, and definitely in local payment methods.
So it's a seamless payment system that makes the process transactions. There's no friction there, as we say.
Frictionless.
So yeah. John, so here you have, so your company is public. So you've been around, you told me 17 years, right? So, but you've evolved and you've changed. So what would you say is the most challenging growth phase after the launch?
Well, specifically for this audience, now I understand that it's about startup. We are trying to give you access to a very complicated network. The bank's network is still in a legacy mode, let's say. So we are trying to make it very simple for you, a very easy interface to connect to the network. And as your payment partner, we are more than allowing you to accept payments in minutes. We also want to give you faster payments. We want to improve your cash flow.
So were you glad to do your IPO? Were you glad to go public? Did that help? Did that accelerate the growth?
Absolutely. I think the decisions to go public was a great decision, smart decision by the shareholders of the company, and it gave us the credibility. It gave us a very strong balance sheet, which some of it we can also use for you, startup, as a working capital facility to come and join us, to give you faster payments, to support your growth. And again, back to the payments, it's sitting on the critical path. Right. Without a proper payment engine, your conversion will not be that good. So we are all the time thinking about maximizing the conversion, the sales conversion for our online retailers, and specifically for the startups here.
Got it. So Dave, thank you. So John, I get asked in my business, you know, people in startups, they say, oh, we're going to have a launch event. We're going to launch. And we're going to give the story exclusively to TechCrunch or to Mashable or to BuzzFeed. But there are things that you need to do first, aren't there, Dave? You know, you just can't go out and, you know, you need to get your ducks in. What do you need to do before you go public, before you bring it to the news media? Bring your story.
I will try to give it, again, in a very simple way. First of all, you need a concept. You need to make sure that your concept is good. You need to go through a POC, proof of concept, in a soft launch.
Proof of concept.
Proof of concept, absolutely. So you need a concept, you need a proof of concept. I think that you need to select, to be very selective with the team.
Right.
You are hiring next to you. You need to build your A team because eventually everything is about people. People are the power. So you need them next to you. And with hard work, the rest will come from itself.